So, Troy, Kamil, welcome to Big Feathers Podcast. So let's start. Let's jump straight in. How can ePulse Studios help people in their weight loss journey?
Okay, hello guys. Thank you very much for inviting us and answering your questions straight away. So we use slightly different method to have all well-known methods in terms of normal gym and things like that. So we combine a very holistic approach from fitness training with use of new technology to 3D body scans, nutrition advice, organic supplementation, complex blood testing, physio. All these things comes together, but the core of our business is Electro Muscle Stimulation personal training with 3D body scans to give you a full comprehensive report and track your progress, and add nutrition into it, which is the comprehensive food plan for you and supplementation to complement it.
Cool. Yeah. So one of my friends sort of said, because he knows you guys, right? Yeah. He knows you, Troy, and he sort of explained this as science meets fitness. Is that a good?
It's actually very, very well described to the degree because it uses the newest technology that is existing there that was used for years in physiotherapy and rehabilitation, and now it's been transferred to fitness industry. So, there was trends of, let's say, CrossFit and all the other things that were happening, and to us, we look at it as the future of fitness because at the end of the day, everybody looking to save time, everybody looking to, be healthy, but also, spend minimal time, especially busy people, business owners and people like that. So, ultimately you can say that with the technology we have, we can replace 3 hours workouts to a half an hour.
Okay.
Wow. So a squeeze for maximum result with minimum time investment.
Yep. Wow. And again, that almost removes that excuse, doesn't it? We have guys who just saying, well, I just haven't got time to get to the gym. So you're saying you can do this in a half-hour workout?
Yeah, definitely. We can do like half an hour workout with equivalent to 3 hours in the gym. Wow. The reason why, because at the same time we're training full body workout, we're training every single part of the muscle in our body, and in every exercises. Whatever we're training, the push or pull session, or doing exercises, like active exercises, we're still training full body.
So this is ideal really for men like us, busy people who have children, who have careers, who have a wife, hard work, lots of effort, all that busy lifestyle. So this actually, you can get the same as a 3 hour workout in half an hour in a day.
Wow. So I was in a very similar boat to you, because a few years ago I was in corporate career. I was a technical manager. I was looking after, I had career where spending 12, 14 hours at work. I had to stay fit, had kids, wife. So it was overloading. And, I started sacrificing my own time, my own health to, meet the work requirements or try to spend time with family. So when I discovered this methodology and we decided, Kamil, that this is something that is incredible. We done the market research and decided to give it a go and do the leap forward and open it here. So yeah, it's big.
Yeah, and it sounds amazing. I'd love to get into the technical side of it and how it works shortly. But one of the things that I'm sort of quite keen to know, so as an overweight guy, right, I always worry that, what's the best thing to do in the gym? Yeah, is it to get on a treadmill? Is it to do running? Is it to do lifting? Is it to do whatnot? For an overweight guy, is this a really good thing to do to burn calories, to lose weight?
Everyone is different. No? Everyone is different, and we approach everybody individually. So when you come to us, we, for example, do health questioning with you, goals questionnaire to understand what do you need, what are you looking for, what is your health, and then we do trial session, which is as much as fitness assessment for you as well. So we understand then what fitness level you are, and then if we carry on, we decide what training plan we build for you as an individual. So it's not like you're gonna go to every gym and go to 5 different machines and we will specifically tailor the training program to meet your needs and work around your health. So we have a lot of gentlemen with problems with lower back, knees, elbows, things like that, because either through the work or other injuries, and we can work around it. We can still do amazing workout and not put any more risk towards the joints. So yeah, that benefit.
Excellent. That's even a huge potential for the people. If, you know that, guys, if you, for example, you're overweight, it's slightly difficult going straight away to the gym and lifting weights because it's risky to get injury.
Yeah.
Here is some safe methodology because we not put any weights with the impulse to contract the muscle, and it's very I can say safe for joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember this technology probably in the 90s. It would be on sort of like Ideal TV, which is a Peterborough reference here, of course, and QVC, and you'd see it and they sell it. And so for me, I'm trying to picture this, and I guess it's that technology. But now fast forward 30 years to 2024, 2025.
It's a different level.
It's a different level. So let's start with how does it work?
So the technology works, simply saying, it sends the exactly same signal as your brain into the muscle, but from the outside source. Okay. When you contract and move your muscle, your brain sends the signal to it to do it. Here we send the signal from the outside. We have different frequencies of impulse to build muscle, burn fat, increase your stamina, endurance. We also have a massage program, which we can implement after every session. We actually do a cool down, so we call it. So the technology basically activates your muscle fibers. So in traditional workouts, you activate between 15 professionals up to 60% of muscle fibers in a muscle. Here, we activate up to 90. Regardless you want it or not, it will make the muscle work.
Wow.
So we teach you how to work with impulse, how to use it to your advantage, and basically get the most out of our trainings. So yeah, technology-wise, that's how we operate.
So if I'm lifting in a normal gym, then I'm activating about 60% of that muscle.
Up to 50, average person around 50% of muscle fibers. Okay. Professional bodybuilders up to 60%.
Okay. But here I'll be activating about 90.
Up to 90% muscle fibers.
So in terms of calorie burn and weight loss, and I'm assuming that extra workout means more calorie burn, of course.
So calorie burn is one thing. There is the German study as well about EMS where they proved that if you do EMS workout twice a week for 20 minutes, your strength goes up by 32% and your endurance by 34%. And our trainings can be done twice a week is a maximum. Once a week is recommended for the beginners. And then you can go to twice a week, because it's quite intense for the body. If you think about it, you're stimulating over 90% of muscles in your body at the same time. So, it works very well in terms of what we can achieve and how quickly we can achieve it.
Okay, so you can see results quickly then. Yeah. So
we have people that see results after, first 2-3 sessions. We have people that have amazing results. For example, Ryan is one of the possibly longest clients. Within a year and a half, he lost with us 45 kilograms. And mainly that was the belly, because he had some problems in terms of his weight. But the best thing for him was he didn't have any loose and excess skin. Because EMS, if you think about this, it works also as a beauty treatment at the same time, because it goes through the skin, through the fat tissue into the muscle. So as much as it's building muscle, burning fat, it also stretches the skin. So you don't have the loose, baggy skin after, for example, losing weight. So that's worked very well as a beauty treatment as well. If you think about going to beauty salons, they give you electrodes onto particular muscle groups to stimulate them, just to stretch the skin and burn the fat.
Okay.
So here we are also add the workout and muscle building.
That's incredible, isn't it? And again, when people go on just sort of strict diets, that's always the cost of the weight loss is that flappy excess skin that people sort of end up with. And so I guess what you're saying is with this system, that kind of diminishes that risk.
It reduces it significantly, and we said diet. Diet is, food is very important. It's critical. Ultra is critical with any training, but we rather teach everybody healthy eating habits, because diets are okay, but once the diet finish, you're going off the rails. You're going like, I finished my diet, finished 3 months, lost that amount, and how many days going back to normal life, and 2 weeks later you're a yo-yo effect, or you gain even more. where we try to teach you a healthy eating habit, which makes you, eating nice, tasty meals, but you know what to combine together to make it work for you.
Yeah, and this is for your whole life, not only for you. That's all as well for your family, for your kids, and learning for your whole life. Like change your lifestyle, change your lifestyle for healthier. You be healthy.
And that's actually, we interview losers on this podcast. So we call them losers. People who have lost a significant amount of weight. And we find that the ones who are the most successful are the ones who have made those lifestyle changes, not gone to diets and yo-yo. And I think that's really good. And Kamil, really quite, interested, because at the moment there's a big thing around Ozempic and that type of weight loss strategy, right? And, on the podcast, I've covered my story. I had weight loss surgery. And what you do when you do that is you significantly reduce the amount of food that you take in. And if your diet's still not big, but you're losing weight because you're eating more, then one of the things that's always sort of made me think is around the loss of muscle mass. Yeah. And I'm actually thinking this is really interesting, because this is a great way of ensuring that your muscles are getting. And how much, what I'm most impressed by for most, and I'd like to talk to you a bit more about this doesn't seem to be the sort of thing where you just come in and do it. How much of this is around nutrition as well, then, is it?
Always nutrition is critical with everything. That's why we like teaching the people eating healthier. Prepare, of course, food plan where they need it. And diet people struggle with, don't understand, prepare the food you prepare, it's ready meal. Just prepare them the plan for they understand how they can prepare the meal, even the nutrition and the shopping links with everything. And the nutrition is critical. But if, for example, they're eating the quite good food, training twice a week, you can get quick results. Even with scale, we check the body, we know exactly where we are when we start, when we future.
And I think you hinted earlier that you do like tests and stuff when you join. So you do a body scan, is that right?
Yeah.
What sort of things are you looking for there?
Good. So we have a complex 3 body scan that give you full comprehensive report about you. So based on your basically all the outside measurements, it gives you BMR, it gives you fat tissue, lean mass, body weight. It takes over 2 million measurements within a minute. So it turns you around, a 3D model of you that you get straight away on your email. And then every 2 weeks, we do a checkup scan. Every 4 weeks, we do progression report. So every 4 weeks, we're going to compare scan 1 to scan week 4 and show you how your body's changing. It's not about that one measurement or, it takes the entire body regions that basically show you how it changes in terms of measurements, in terms of weight, in terms of the physics.
Yeah, that's really impressive, because weight loss, for us, we define it almost by one metric, which is the number on the scales when you step on. But there's so much more, isn't there?
It is so much more, but the scale can be very misleading, because sometimes scale maintain the same, but your fat weight is a, let's say, bigger amount than your lean mass, for example. So when you build muscle or replace fat to the muscle, your weight might maintain the same for a while, but your body changing, your measurement changing, you're losing fat, you're building muscle mass, and your weight might measure the same for the few weeks, but your body changing. And then, some people don't understand that and think, I'm not losing weight.
Yeah.
I'm working out, I'm doing all these things and still maintain the weight, where they're actually getting the muscle mass and losing fat. So the measurements drop. And that's why we introduce body scanners, because it shows you exactly how's your body changing.
Yeah.
Right. For us, most important was that we are doing the progression. You like to show to our clients progress, changes, because they're more motivated for the training, for eating healthier, for coming for the session. That's why progress for us is critical, very important. We like to show all the time progress, step by step, every 2 weeks, show to our clients progress.
Yeah. And it just gives them a bit of accountability as well, and that they can track. And like I said, I had times when I was on my weight loss journey and I did have that plateau. I'd go a couple of weeks and maybe I'd have some weeks where I'd lose a lot and then weeks where I'd lose very little. And you get a bit disheartened. And so my diet consultant was like, okay, well, let's take some measurements. So you measure your waist. Well, you've lost 3 inches off your waist. So you're making progress there. Yeah. Let's take a photo side by side and see where you were, where you are now. And it's when you start factoring that all in. I really like this, have like that head to toe sort of scan and just say, well, your muscle mass is this now, your fat mass is this.
Yeah.
There's the changes. And okay, you've lost only a pound this week, but look at all of this.
Yeah.
And that's huge, isn't it?
Absolutely. And again, critical thing is time. Because when you think about this, when you're working in a normal gym, which is brilliant, but then you have to spend hours sometimes just grinding, and which is fine. If somebody loves it, absolutely fine. But if somebody haven't got the time, they have to take measures to either sacrifice some free time with the family or at work, etc. Where here, apart from quick training, the scanner takes literally 1 minute to do the full body report, where measurements on manual measurements, photos, and that, it still takes time.
Yeah.
So we try to focus on minimize the time investment and give you pretty much one results, reports, and even the supplementation. So one of the important things to understand as well is the food quality these days. If you look on Google or anywhere else, compared nutrition value in your food, it's dropped so much because soil is yield, they use pesticides, everyone's sprayed. There's a number of problems that's happening, and we're buying these lovely carrots from well-known supermarkets, but actually local farmers, people with allotment have much more nutritional value in them, and it's better to find somebody local than try to buy from supermarkets. Unfortunately, the quality is very questionable, and there are sources where we implement organic supplementation into our core service because we know how important it is to get the right nutrients in. That's absolutely critical.
Yeah.
Rehealing, regeneration, weight loss.
Yeah, and with sort of people we've spoken to, food is so important.
Yes.
One of our fitness people, their thing was you can't outrun your knife and fork. And it's so true, and it's just what you eat. So tell us, okay, let's talk about food then. So what's your go-to food? So say for breakfast, what would you have?
I should say first, yeah. For me, I'm trying mixing quite good quality shake. We've always compare good fats, carbs, and proteins.
Yeah.
Of course, for me, I'm training every day. Or training, I'm quite a busy person, and for me, I need carbs as well. They're all at this spot. People need carbs.
Yeah.
And I would like always put everything on the right direction. Put good fats, good carbs, and good protein, and mixing everything in one, like I say, in one plate or in one shake.
Yeah.
To put good macro to.
So what food would go into there?
I put, for example, chia seeds mixed with like oat milk with chia seeds, put good quality of isolate protein and peanut butter, good quality peanut butter, and for example, berry.
Yeah.
To give me a little bit more energy and give me good fats for the feeling still full in next few hours.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that. I like an overnight oats.
Yeah.
So I've been getting into the habit of doing that. Just get some oats, peanut butter, a bit of banana, a little bit of honey, mix it all in. Yeah. And chia seeds as well. It's great for the fibre, isn't it?
Yeah, fibre and fat.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then sort of wake up in the morning, take it to work with me, and I could have it kind of like mid-morning.
It's easy to prepare, but
yeah, absolutely.
So let's just get in a little bit into the actual technology side here. And so you say that, obviously we're saying 50% probably up to 90% of your muscle fibers working. How exactly do we do that then?
So we have a one-piece suit. So there is a lot of different type of this technology out there. And the older version, which is wetted vest, where you put the undergarment and then they wetted the vest, put it on you have all the wires and straps outside, so you can do very static training. We use technology that is more advanced, so it's much more active training, and it's very similar to wetsuit. You put it on, it's got 10 groups of 12 groups actually of electrodes now, and you have zip at the back, and you basically do the warm-up, and after that we start setting up the particular impulse that you need, and then start the workout that is planned for you. So technology is pretty simple. You have the wetsuit, you have connector, which is a power box, and you have application that controls everything.
Okay. And I noticed looking around the gym here, and I appreciate people on the podcast can't see the gym, but the weights are really small. Why are they such small weights?
So the difference for us is we don't need to use weights. We use weights for bodybuilders and somebody who really wants to, let's say, build the physiques quite nicely, but you don't need much weight because impulse imitates weights. So for example, I can give you 2 kilo dumbbell and make you feel like lifting 10. Therefore, we protect your joints, so there is no risk to the joint, but you still do the movement with the dumbbell because the contraction of the muscle comes from the suit, but the dumbbell is there just to hold it, just to imitate the movement itself. So
is this really good for people with things like arthritis and stuff like that?
Older people have a huge benefit from it. The reason being, for example, is after 40, we deteriorate muscle mass. So your muscle mass naturally deteriorate. If you don't do strength training, you're gonna have problems. Your body is gonna be weaker. You will start losing that strength and pretty much everything. And impulse stimulate those muscles, help to maintain the muscle mass for people after 40. So if somebody does strength training, amazing. It's absolutely critical to do that. But if somebody don't, unfortunately, in the later stages of their life, they're gonna feel that. They're gonna feel the body starts become weak and a few other problems. So, we had few clients that came to us and had similar issues. So, for example, we have a gentleman with Parkinson's that never stood foot in the gym. And for him, he tried to avoid gym, full stop. And when he was recommended through the physio and the doctor that he had to do something to strengthen the core, because one of the biggest problem in Parkinson's is falling and hurting yourself because the muscle will become weaker. So when he started coming to us, he was very skeptic at the beginning, and now I can call him convert. He basically, tried to build everybody here. He absolutely lost it. For the first 6 months, he could see progression every single week. And that was amazing because, although that's pretty normal where you go into a workouts that you never done before, and you start quite fast development, but you do normally for the two months, and that we're here for every week he was coming. He's seen the development on a weekly basis because of the stimulation, had that additional stress for the muscle, and he's feeling amazing now. He done a few things that he said he'd never be able to do that before. So as an example, he bought telescopes for himself and as additional hobby, and that weighs 20 kilograms. And he has to pick it up like that and walk out to his garden and wouldn't be able to do that before. He said it's amazing how normal day-to-day stuff he can do that he wouldn't be able to do before.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Weird. Really good. So this is ideal. So the other thing is, as a big guy, I'll be honest, like I think a lot of people wouldn't think like this, but I think to myself, I've got to put a suit on. How big are these suits? Do they fit people who are very
There's a lot of different sizes, so we can fit in people even 160, 170 kg.
Yeah, so we have quite various sizes and various clients. We have people that are over 2 meter, close to 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", when they're quite big guys. And one of the good things as well is some people just hate gyms because there are so many people around. The recording, all these like youngsters especially, you have to go there and you feel intimidated that, try to do something and somebody's recording in the background. You don't feel comfortable. We're here. You have completely private environment. It's pre-booked only. So if you come into us, you're only going to be okay. You have your private changing room, private shower, private training room, and trainer with you all the time. So it's normally 1-to-1. We implement now a group of up to 3 people as well. So if you have 2 friends that you want to come around with and have very similar goals, we can do that as well. But it's private environment. It's like pretty much your own private boutique studio.
So do you have couples come?
Yeah. We have couples that come in actually with kids even. So we have a couple that comes with child that they don't have a babysitter, but it's quite, let's say, child-friendly environment. There's not too much machinery and things like that, so they can all. How I see it is very good benefit for that child, because if the child see the parents working out, they copy what they see. They don't copy what you say.
Very true. So that's a message that we've promoted a lot on the podcast, isn't it? And how the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Exactly.
And if the kids see you eating junk food and getting no exercise, they see that as normal. And we can't allow that. We've got to have the right habits for our kids to see us sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I find that quite fascinating. But I am sat here thinking to myself, well, this sounds expensive, right? Mm-hmm. But I wonder, This is all PT essentially. This is a personal training experience. So how does it compare in comparison to normal gym and PTs?
I think, guys, if you put them together, I think we are even got a cheaper service because we got PT 1-to-1, but another service, the service is what we're adding to the service that costs a lot more money. But in the package, it's not huge different than PT session 1-to-1.
Okay, so you're paying a similar price to BTS in a standard gym.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
But you'll get
Expensive, but get more.
But you're getting 1-to-1. So
The more benefit plus you save a lot of time. So when I was running PT a long time, and I was running my clients coming training with me 4 times a week when I was charged, for example, 35 pounds or 40 pounds per hour a long time ago. And here you couldn't train more than twice a week. That's put compare all price plus the services. We can say we are cheaper.
Yeah. But it's a more tailored experience. Yeah. It's you get more out of it because you're working, and you have to invest less time.
Yeah.
It is personalized to you. 100%.
Yeah. And the body scanning thing is, I think, really good because you're having a better understanding of where you actually are in your health.
Yeah. And that keeps people as well, on their toes when they know next week they're going to scan. Throughout the week, they, a bit more conscious about, should I eat that Snickers bar or, go for whatever.
Yeah.
So they even telling us that the feedback for them is like, I know I'm going to have a scan. So I rather, say no to something that they normally have, a donut or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad thing because it's natural changes. We had a few clients where they came here and start working out with us, and they said they don't want to change anything else. They just want to work out in that. And we said, look, it's critical, food and all that, but they don't want to listen to any of that. After 8 sessions, they feel so good that it was a natural step for them to ask us for a nutrition plan, ask us for, what can I do else because I feel so good. So the difference was they needed a little bit of time to kind of understand, okay, I'm feeling good just by working out. Making additional changes to my nutrition will probably elevate it even higher. So, and that will happen. They feel, amazing. And they said, a lot of people have this fear that they're going to have to change their life 180 degrees when they come here. It's not that. We give them small steps at a time. If you eat 5 donuts a day, okay, it happened, but then next day if you eat 3, that's still a step forward. So, it's not like, you drop everything that you like, you drop everything that you do. It's just those, let's make those small steps towards where we are. Of course, there are some, let's say, borderline things that we have to make immediate changes because it's health at risk. But normally we implement those steps and people start slowly getting into it and want to do it themselves.
Let's start. The next question that I've got for you guys is DOMS related. I hate DOMS. It's awful. And how do your workouts today?
And I can tell you something. And on every different kind of on every training you can get DOMS. This is normal. Our muscle that's working that's how it's working our muscle. That's normal. When you're training, you're feeling muscle aching after. Yeah. Some people got more often, some people got more harder, more strong, some people don't have too much. Everything is dependent on our body. Well, of course, we've got when training in our system, we've got DOMS.
You will have them, but again, going back to the beginning, it's all personalized to you. Or if you're going to tell me, I haven't trained for half of a year, we're not going to put you through whatever we put through, let's say, a person that trains 5 times a week in a gym. When they come here and they understand the DOMS and workouts and that, absolutely, we're going to push them to achieve even better results, give them that tailored experience because they understand workout and all that. If you're just starting, we're going to slowly build that, into the workouts. So a little bit more impulse, a little bit more intense, a little bit more, for example, even dumbbells or weights that we increase from 1 kilo, non-dumbbells at all, to 1 kilo, 2 kilo, etc. So it's all personalized again. That's so you might have DOMS, that's absolutely fine because you're activating muscle fibers that you never activated before. And if you had a longer break from your workouts, you will have some, and that's normal.
But the more you do it, the less they have.
Your body adjusting and adapting.
Yeah.
And some people like DOMs. I've had it in the past where I can't walk down the stairs. It's so, but some people like it, don't they? Because your work, it means you've done something good.
Yeah.
For some people, unfortunately or fortunately, it's indicator of a good workout. It's not always the case. So it's your muscles feel worked. That's the main thing, And some people, with what we give in them as advice in terms of nutrition and supplementation, have very strong, very fast regeneration. So they recover in a day even, or 2 days. And some people take a few days to recover. So it's very much, again, depend on how you feel. So after the trial session, we monitor you. Okay, well, how was your day 1? How was your day 2? How you feel on day 3? And then we know, did we push enough, not enough, or a little bit too much?
Yeah.
If you, for example, but normally there's never the case too much because, like I said, we do interview with you to understand you. And from there, the trial session is tailored to your capabilities.
Really like that. So when you come to ePulse, you get a personalized experience. You get a full health MOT, if you like. Yeah. Thinking car sense. You get a personalized workout plan. You're always working with a trainer.
Yeah.
Nutritional advice.
Chicken minds. So it is kind of for guys looking to lose weight, and girls, to be fair, but for guys specifically for this podcast looking to lose weight, this is a bit of an all-round package, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we also introduce complex blood testing because sometimes we might do all these right things, which is workout, nutrition, stress control, things like that. But there might be internally something that's blocking you in terms of your vitamin levels, iron, things like that. So we want to make sure if you can't get it through your doctors, we offer that service to make sure we can check internally everything is all right as well.
Can you?
So your hormone levels, your testosterone, vitamins levels, everything, to make sure we know that there is not internally something that we need to control and balance.
Because I don't know if it's just my age, but on Facebook I've noticed recently I've been getting targeted with a lot of testosterone sort of stuff. I'm assuming that's because I'm 40.
Yeah.
My body's slowed down. I naturally feel a little bit more tired than maybe I did 20 years ago. And but you actually check for that then?
Yeah, we do hormone tests, we do all these checks, and there are natural hormone boosters, so testosterone booster they can use in terms of herbs. The workouts itself raise the testosterone levels. So, if you start activity, your energy levels goes up. However, when you feel tired, when you have this, down days and things like that, normally it's vitamin B or vitamin D deficiency. So obviously, we are in a country where vitamin D levels from the sun are quite low.
Yeah.
We ideally to supplement it from the right sources again.
Yeah.
Really? So you go over supplements as part of the diet advice?
Yeah, that's correct. But now this time, a lot of men after 4 have got a problem with testosterone, got stress level and a lot of different things aspect. That's why it's very important to men start checking the testosterone level. But the first thing was most important is choose right nutrition to boosting the testosterone level, increase testosterone level, and good sleep, workout. And of course, after we are see the blood tested result, we can add good right supplements to increase level of testosterone.
Yeah. This really is a full-blown package.
It is, isn't it? They'll turn you around. I really like it. I'm really impressed with it. And I said you've offered a free trial, so we'd like to definitely want to take you up on it. We want to be a part of this. We will get that in the diary without doubt.
Yeah, and we'll put some things out on social media as well, just to sort of see how it goes.
Put us right paces. I think that'd be good.
If people are listening to this and they really want to, they're like, yeah, we love it. I'd love to speak to you guys, find out a bit more around their personal journey. How would they go about contacting you? Where are your studios, more importantly?
So we have one studio in here, Peterborough. That's the headquarters. That was the first one. And the other one is in London and Minster. So there are 2 facilities at the moment. We're looking to expand even more in terms of franchise model. And how they can contact us, there is our main website, epulsestudio.com, e-pulsestudio.com, exactly. Or they can find us on fan page, Instagram, where our contact details there. And they can book a session or contact one of us directly, and we take it from there.
Brilliant. Well, we'll put those links in the show notes, definitely, for the website. And guys, thank you ever so much for coming on and telling us about it.
Thank you very much for being on.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.